performance is governed by the standards you tolerate. You do not outperform your minimum. Inside the Performance Doctrine, we examine the structural laws that govern execution. Today, standards. Most people believe they have high standards. They don't. They have high intentions. There is a difference between what you declare and what you tolerate repeatedly. Your tolerated behavior becomes your real standard. Not what you say, not what you post, not what you promise. What you allow without correction, that's the standard. A standard is the lowest repeated behavior you accept without intervention. If you repeatedly accept it, it becomes structural. Standards are not declared, they're enforced. There are 3 layers. Declared standard, what you expect. Behavioral standard, what you actually do. Tolerated standard, what you allow when discipline weakens. Performance does not collapse dramatically. It lowers quietly to the level of what you repeatedly excuse. I had to confront this in my own life. There were areas where I believed my standards were high, but my tolerated behavior told a different story. The system doesn't respond to belief. It responds to repetition. That realization changes everything. If you tolerate inconsistency, inconsistency becomes your standard. If you tolerate delay, delay becomes structural. If you tolerate emotional reaction, reactivity becomes identity. You do not rise above tolerated patterns. You normalize them. I want you to identify one area where your declared standard and your tolerated standard don't match. Not 5, just 1. Where are you excusing behavior that contradicts what you claim to value? That gap is your real standard. Standards without inspection decay. If behavior is not examined, drift becomes invisible. Once drift becomes invisible, lower standards feel normal. Inspection prevents decay. Without it, collapse feels gradual, but it's actually structural. If you're serious about upgrading your standards, you need structure that forces inspection. The system is built for measurable alignment between expectation and behavior. If you're ready to operate inside measurable standards, access the system. And if you want to understand how standards collapse and how to prevent drift, continue into inspection. That's the next layer. If this framework is useful to you, stay inside it.